My name is Honourable Mustafa, like member representing all peaceful people of Ghana or Kaduna State. Thank you. Mr. Chairman, Honourable Colleagues, my name is Honourable Abdullahi. I represent Babu. Thank you. Good afternoon.
Thank you very much, Honourable Colleagues. My name is Lord and the South for state, by the grace of God and the will of the leadership of the chairman of this particular committee. To my immediate right is the director and clerk, Mr. Petition of Economic Titles, ably assisted by another director to his own right, Mr. Wahab, and other staff of the Government Account Department. Auditor General for the Federation, please announce your appearance.
Thank you, distinguished chairman. Sorry for coming late. The honourable members, the clerk, and the secretariat, and invited guests. My name is Dr. Olam, Deputy Director and Office of the General of the Federation.
Good afternoon, Chairman, honourable members, clerk, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. My name is Neka Caroline from the Office of the Solicitor General.
Good afternoon, Chairman. Honourable members here present, the clerk, secretariat, invited guests. My name is Aneke Sere, staff of the General's Office.
That's all? But Accountant General, are you down? Accountant General? No. All right. Sorry, gentlemen, please. You are from which organization?
From the Central Bank of Nigeria.
Oh, okay. And you two, you are from the CBN? Is there anyone here concerning the pension investigation? Anyone here concerning pension matter? I'll prefer that, who is the head of the delegation, sir? Can you please be more centrally seated, sir? Sorry for the inconvenience. Sorry for the inconvenience. Central, sir. Central, sir. Yes. Right there. All right. Because I'm just asking the secretariat for the order of appearance. I want to take you in the order of arrival. That's what I mean. I will let you in first. All right. So please introduce yourself properly now.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chairman, honorable members of the House, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Josiah Okeke. I am an assistant director and I head the Foreign Payment Office in the Central Bank of Nigeria. With me here is my colleague.
Assistant Director what?
Assistant Director, Head Foreign Payments Office.
All right.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chairman, honorable members. My name is HYPREP. I'm from the Domiciliary Account Office of Central Bank. Thank you.
All right. So, the CBN, are you here in continuation of the previous hearing? What is your brief?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We are here in respect of the unsubstantial transfer in favor of Eurocode Block Sinking Fund account, TCN.
Okay, so you are here in the middle of TCN matter.
Yes.
TCN MD, please take your seat next to the Assistant Director of CBN, please. Thanks for the clarification. Because we have almost 3 issues affecting CBN, and we're not too sure which one you actually came from. There's an ongoing issue of the Auditor General's report and the remittance of operating surplus. Is that part of your mandate?
I am just here for the TCN case.
All right. And the same thing with the gentleman by your side. Okay. TCN, please, if you have any other principal officer that you need his attendance,
yes.
The person may take the front seat. There's an extra seat.
Which first?
That's him?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. Honourable colleagues, we're dealing with issue number 3 in particular concerning TCN. Please, if I forget, somebody should remind me. I think what we asked for on issue number 3, a copy of the court's judgment involving the allegation of questionable lending to some discos. So we wanted to have, like the court, have a status report on the judicial aspect of it so that we can take a decision on how to proceed on that. So that's the first thing. So do you have copies of that, Emily?
Yes, sir. We have it, sir.
All right. Submitted already before the...
Yes, sir. Submitted.
Okay, please, what is the summary of the decision of the courts?
Yes, sir. I will allow the barrister who is handling the case to make the statement.
Yes, so that he can speak legal language.
Yes, sir.
Barrister, you have the floor, please.
Yes.
Thank you, Honourable Chairman. In line with the provisions of the agreement, the first payment agreement with the discos, upon default, TCN instituted arbitration.
Please start over again. Sorry.
In line with the provisions of the deferred payment agreement with the discos, upon their default in their obligations, TCN initiated arbitration proceedings, wherein an award was given in our favor, requesting the discos to honor their obligations in the agreement. Now, after the arbitration panel gave their award in our favor, in the case of Abuja, TCN went to the FCT High Court to enforce the arbitral award. Abuja came to challenge that enforcement, and the court held in our favor that Abuja Disco should honor their obligations. Now,
after the arbitration, they went to the Federal High Court.
No. We, in the case of Abuja,
when Abuja Disco.
Yes, sir.
All right.
We went to court to get acknowledgement and enforcement of order of the court.
On the enrollment of the order.
Yes. Now, Abuja came to challenge us there, but the court gave a decision in our favor. Now, after that, Abuja went to appeal. So they are on appeal right now.
Okay, do you have a copy of the
Yes, sir.
process?
We have the.
Is it also laid before the committee?
We brought it here today, sir.
Okay, you can tender it.
Okay, sir.
Please let him personally lay it here. You can please come and lay it here in person.
continue on.
Just a moment.
TCN went instituted an arbitral proceedings wherein an award was given in our favor, mandating them to perform their obligations. Now, in their own case, they went to court on their own to challenge the arbitral award. We proceeded to defend the arbitral award. Now, the High Court, the Federal High Court in this case, also gave judgment in our favor, scolded them for receiving such funds, deploying it in their system, and then trying to deploy technicalities to avoid obligations. Now, at the end of that judgment, they also went on appeal to further...
and their own matter is also subjudice.
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
That's correct?
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
Well, we will on that.
Thank you so much.
There is, however, the concern of the Auditor General. The Auditor General's concern was on the propriety of granting the loan or deferred payment in the first instance. That's actually the concern of the General. Before all these legal complications set in, the Auditor General flagged it as an improper transaction by the TCN. Will you want to address the committee on this?
Yes, Mr. Chairman. TCN has always maintained that these funds never came to TCN. They never came to TCN. We were not the ones that disbursed the funds. The funds is a stabilization fund, an electricity market stabilization fund, which, even though it was meant for TCN, but was disbursed to these discos at their request and approval of regulatory authorities. You know, so
which of the authorities in particular?
Well, the minister was involved. You know, so that is the position, Mr. Chairman. Thank you so much.
All right, so you were acting under instruction, as it were.
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
But if you have an instruction to do something that is illegal and you do it, does that relieve you of the consequences of the illegality?
The instruction to disburse the funds was not even meant to TCN, it was meant to Central Bank. The funds were disbursed from Central Bank.
You also had the TCN also had a part to play in it from the record before the committee.
All we did was to enter an agreement to ensure their repayment of the funds back to TCN.
We said we also ruled on that, but we actually wanted to get to the substance first of how to get back the funds for the TCN from these two discos. But if they have come to court, by the rules of the House or National Assembly, when the matter is subjudice, we're not going to it unless it is a matter for which the Constitution gives the House the power to act on. Then we know that no court order can stop us from doing what the Constitution empowers us to do. But if it is a matter, because of investigation that is already before the court, of separation of power to avoid delving into the matter so that we don't overreach the judiciary. And with the court process already submitted to colleagues, I think the appropriate rules of the House will stand, and we are going to stand down our decision on this matter pending the resolution of the legal aspects of the case. Thank you. The fourth matter, the one that has to do with the CBN, was the one about the Eurobond. Was the one about the charges, of Auditor General. Please, can you say something? Which particular one has to do with the CBN? No, we cleared issue 2. We cleared it. The one on the Excel bank charge, we cleared the matter because they don't have the control over it. So I think we cleared that matter. I'm not sure that was why the CBN.
So it's in respect of the Eurobond second fund account.
Just a moment, please. It's actually issue number 4. It's issue number 4.
Yes, sir.
All right, so will you please address us? Did you make any submission, CBN?
We did not make any submission. We looked at the things requested of us, and then we saw that they do not fall under our purview. So we contacted the Debt Management Office because we think it falls under the purview of the Debt Management Office to provide the things requested for here. So, and I believe they are here with those documents as requested.
Who are they?
Debt Management Officer.
Are they here?
They are here.
They haven't announced appearance. I'm not sure they are here.
Okay, but they informed us because we wrote to them and they replied us that they received the same letter, the same request, and that they will be appearing before you with those documents. All right, we have received here a letter from the TCN to the DMO dated 21st of February 2024, where you were asking for a letter of discharge, a loan discharge certificate. That's standard practice?
Yes, sir.
Use your Bible for MD.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so did you get a response to this letter?
No, we didn't.
What did you do when they didn't respond to you in 2024?
I will allow you to answer that, please.
Okay, who is he? Where is he? DD, FRD, where are you? Okay, take your microphone. No, please. Hello? 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 Hello, sir. Did you know what you're responding to?
That is what I just came in now.
Okay. Have you been briefed?
Not
Yeah, you can brief him. MD.
Yes, sir.
We said, okay, let me tell you, we are in receipt of a letter you wrote to the DMO in 2024, February, asking for a loan discharge certificate. And we were asking whether there was a response. MD said no.
Okay.
We said, if you didn't get a response, what did you do after that? Did you escalate the matter or what did you do? So that was the question was that the MD wanted you to respond to.
Honourable Chairman, other members of the committee, in response of the questions you asked when the letter was not responded to, I will give my subordinate the opportunity to address it because he is the one in charge of ITS. He's the one in charge of ITS. So, Abubakar, you can provide the.
Who is the person?
Abubakar. In my direct subordinate.
Like the football field. And you play the ball to you. You play the ball to him. Maybe you play the ball to the MD now. Are you on oath? Yes, sir. All right, go ahead.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chairman, honorable members, your participants. In 2024, we wrote to them requesting for a letter of discharge. And what they told us was that they are yet to receive notice from CBN that all the payments were done. And that is why we furnished them with all the documents. But they said till they get that clearance from CBN, we are not going to get anything from them.
Where is the letter where they said that? They replied to now until they get a clearance from CBN.
Yes, sir, it's a follow-up. We did a follow-up on the letter we sent. Because when we sent
what kind of follow-up? Verbal,
I had to go there. I was there.
from February of 2024 till now. And that this is the CBN telling us that it's the only DMO that's in custody of the records.
Mr. Chairman, sir, in respect of what he has just said, I can say that we checked our system before coming here, our banking application, and we were able to see that those three payments of 4.something million were made in 3 installments as written down in your letter. And for us to do any letter to DMO to tell them that payments have been fully made, that is not the way we function in CBN. The way we function is we make a payment, we advise you that based on the instruction received, we have made this payment. Unless there is an official request from DMO to us, then we will be able to do a response to DMO. Then bearing in mind that the mandates we received did not come from DMO, they came from TCN. So we consider TCN the applicant. If we are responding to any request, it should be request from TCN. So if DMO comes to ask us, even today, that this is what they want, we will respond to them. I can say that I am not sure that we got any such request from DMO. I'm not saying this with certainty. I'm saying I am guessing, because whenever we receive such a request, we respond immediately. Thank you, sir.
Any question, any comment, please? Yes, sir.
Well, thank you very much. Well, I think from the explanation given, it's a bit disappointing that even from their end, the DMO is not allowing us to know exactly where this is at. And there also, in addition to that, is also a letter written from here, from this committee to DMO on the 9th of February 2026, also requesting for a confirmation of this payment. And from my check with the secretariat up to now, even that has not been responded to. That really is a bit disappointing. That's why we're not able to get to know precisely what the situation is. So I'm close to the view, and I want to move a motion that this House agrees that PMO is summoned to come and physically explain exactly what this is, and to also explain why the letter written to them to that effect has not been responded to up to now. That's all I want to this session.
All right. Does anybody have a second as a motion, please? Yes, please.
Chairman, Mr. Manish, colleagues, secretariat, women and staff of Petroleum, member of the Executive Board of Upstream Consultancy, and for real estate. Motion moved by my senior colleague, and therefore suspend the motion.
Okay, this is the vote of the motion, please say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. The DMO is hereby summoned to provide the requisite information and documents to guide the committee in the due consideration of issue number 4. I hope I'm correct. Number 4. And I think we should give DMO, let's give them a maximum of 1 week to do this, please. Because like I said, even when I saw TCN again on the apparel for today, I was surprised. I said, what's TCN doing here again? So I don't want us to stay too long on any matter. Please. Let's resolve each matter and move on. We have thousands of issues calling for attention as a committee. So please give them 7 days, do 7 days, do their response. And unless we specifically request further explanation, I don't think we'll need the presence of TCN in the hearing. But if we do, we'll let you know when we need you in attendance. But if the documents speak for themselves, like the lawyers say, what is the maxim again? Documents speaking for themselves. I forgot to do it. It's the one in the courtroom. So, the FC is out of control. Thank you very much, sir. Are you a lawyer, sir? I'm just knowing. So, in the absence of any need for your physical appearance, we will not need to bother you. But DMO must be physically in attendance and make a submission of those relevant documents. Is there any other matter pending? Microphone debt. Secretariat. TCN is not in charge of microphone. No, I don't want that to be sure. Thank you. So in that instance, but CBN, when you also receive a letter, apart from making a physical appearance, we think you should also have written something, even if it's to still make this claim that you have just made. Normally, we are a house of records.
Okay, we have noted that, sir. However, I put a call through to the number I saw on the letter we received. In fact, we were even thinking that there wouldn't even be need for us to appear anymore. However, I was told we should still appear. So because we looked at all the things requested, and we also interfaced with the DMO, and they gave us the assurance that they received the same letter, and they had even done some work which they privately shared with me. So I was hoping they would be here to make the presentation. That is why I didn't come today. We are sorry about that.
All right. Well, I think we should adjourn on the TCM matter so that we can move on to other issues. Pending the time that the DMO will give necessary solutions, then we'll apply the solutions and get back to you. Galaxy Backbone and the Federal Mutual Contribution. Are they the next?
Yes, yes.
I know you are. I want to know whether you are the one that came next or there's someone who came before you. All right. NBTCN. Please see me here. Yes, sorry, the PS communication. Is there anyone that's not on oath here? Everybody's on oath. All of you are here the last time.
Yes.
Are you on oath?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Honourable colleagues, the continuation of our hearing on Galaxy Backbone 500 billion naira loan obtained from the China Export and Import Bank for the funding of the National Information Commission on Technology for Toronto Backbone project without evidence of provision of all right. So, MD Galaxy Backbone, you requested for a little more time the other time to be able to make. Does everybody have the summary of the issues? Huh? Okay, let everybody have it, please. We'll guys, can you conclude us? Our police went to affect their prayers and the production. Galaxy Backbone, please don't let us start on this note. I'm being told now that you didn't provide a soft copy of your submission.
We did last week. No. We did last week. Soft copy. Soft copy. We even presented last year.
To who? Who collected the document from him last week? All right. You have a copy?
No, I'm only looking at.
Okay, so I don't. Oh, okay, better. It's even here for us. All right, so MD, can we have a summary of your submission on this matter, please?
Good afternoon, Honourable Chairman, Honourable members of the committee, ladies and gentlemen. So so the allegation is on the monumental mismanagement of 500 billion loan from Chinese Exim Bank.
Don't mind the word monumental.
So let me start by thanking you for the invitation. The first thing to say is that the current management of Galaxy Backbone came in 2 years ago, while the NIPC project actually started from 2013. So it's a backlog of something we met. Now the NIPC project came in 2 phases. The first phase was from 2013 to 2018, while the second phase, which is being rounded up, started in 2021. The first phase was completed in 2018, while the second phase is 97.56% completed. In terms of the contract, the first phase was 117,647,059 US dollars, while the second phase is a contract of 328,108,731 USD. The other thing to note, sir, is that the contract, the role of Galaxy in the implementation of the contract is that of project management. For phase 1, can I continue, sir?
Go ahead.
Okay. For phase 1, the contract was directly signed between the federal government and it was a sovereign loan. So it was between the Ministry of Finance and the Chinese Exim Bank. And that was the one where Nigeria got a loan of 100 million US dollars, while the remaining counterpart loan of 17 million US dollars plus was contributed between PTDF and the Ministry of Finance. The second phase is 328 million USD, and that's also a sovereign loan as well. Now, the role of Galaxy Backbone is that of a project manager, wherein Chinese Exim Bank nominated Huawei as the project implementer, while Galaxy supervises Huawei and basically signs off whether the work has been done or not. So no funds on the project comes to Galaxy Backbone directly. In terms of the first phase, what was delivered was over 1,482 kilometers of backbone fiber, 375 kilometers of metro fiber within Abuja, 17 backbone sites, a tier 3 data center here in Abuja, and a secondary data center in Enugu, 800 Wi-Fi access points, 9 ELT base stations, and over 11,000 IP endpoints. For the second phase, which is about 98% completed, currently the delivered scope is 3,441 kilometers of backbone fiber, 37 backbone sites, 332 kilometers of metro fiber, 108 ELT base stations, the completion of the tier 3 cloud data center, and another tier 4 certified data center in Kano. We have, as part of the project, a safe city with 20 CCTV sites plus an emergency command center in Gombe, and then the billing system, a warehouse facility, and over 2,200.
Because I think you also have some in the States.
2,200 APs and 3 years managed service. So far, in terms of what the contractors, that's what we have brought down for the second phase, they've brought down 299,664,596 million and 16 cents, while the remaining balance is 28 million.
Million USD or Chinese currency?
In USD, sir. While the remaining balance is 28 million, $444,134 million and 84 cents. We've also attached a list of MDAs. We have, at the moment, we have over 313 MDAs currently using infrastructure for ICT services. And that includes the Presidency and State House, the National Assembly, the Supreme Court, Court of Appeal, Federal High Courts, security and intelligence agencies, regulatory agencies, as well as revenue agencies. So I think that's the summary on the NIPC, sir.
Before anyone asks another question, let me just ask a few questions. So by the terms of these loans, by the agreement of the loans, how many years did you say the payment period was for?
So based on the contract, what if I recall correctly, there was a 10-year moratorium on the loan. So for the first phase, which started in 2013, the federal government was not supposed to pay anything until 2024 or 2023. So the first repayment of the first loan started in 2023. And I think it's similar for the second phase as well. My colleague would probably say how long.
That's the commencement
of payments, yes.
So what's the span? What is that span?
The span is...
microphone, you have one with you, sir.
Sorry, sir. Good afternoon, Honourable Chair. Yeah, the duration for the repayment is I think it's 15 years, sir.
Don't think. That might not. Sure. How can you be thinking? Sure. How can you go next one and then you'll be thinking? You can't think. You have to be vocal. How long have you been on this project, sir?
From 2013, sir.
Yes. There are some questions you should not just answer offhand. There are some questions that you don't even need to right now be so familiar with some critical facts on this transaction that you don't need this back and forth of checking.
So it's what I can see here is 84 months 84 months after the moratorium.
Moratorium for how many years?
10 years.
Which ended in
2023. Yes. So they signed out 7 years loan repayment.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My question is that you said you spent 2 years. Your management has spent 2 years?
Yes, sir.
So when you came in, what was the percentage of the project you made on ground? And how much money was released? And from the time you came till date, how many percent achievement have you made so far? And what is the percentage of releases that was done so far? Because from your explanation, I've heard you mention statement of less than 20% in both phase 1 and phase 2. So I want to know exactly how much was spent before you came in as an MD, and what was the percentage achieved. Then when you came in, how much was disbursed, and what was your achievement so far in the entire project, both phase 1 and 2. Just enlighten the committee, then we'll ask further questions. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So when we came in, the phase 1 had been completed in 2018. So we had no direct dealing with phase 1. Phase 2, if I recall correctly, was over 80%. I think close to 85%. About 81%. So what we've signed off on in terms of the progress from when we came in 2 years ago is less than, that's about 15%, sir.
You have achieved 15% in 2 years?
Yes, that's based on the sign-off.
And how much was the list?
Sir?
How much was
the 15%?
Huh?
Are you talking of the entire project, sir, or for just 15%?
Not the project. I mean the loan, the amount disbursed for the project. How much?
So, sir, the way it works is the number one is that the loan does not come to Galaxy Backbone.
Yes, you are doing project management.
Yes.
So if you are managing, you should be able to assess your achievement, because you will not be managing what you don't know. So you should be able to enlighten us of what have you achieved in terms of managing the project. So from where did you take?
So we moved it from 81% to 97.5%, sir. So that's what was released before you came, and what is released during the for you to achieve this 16 or something like that? So it's, I think it's just confirming.
Yeah,
so
that's about 14%.
Yeah, the amount, the percentage achieved is 15, 16, or 14?
Yeah, so the amount is about 14%. So the I can give you the breakdown. We've done.
But from the information we have, that all this project that you claim 100% is achieved in phase 1 and 90 or 80 something percent achieved in the second phase, none of the project is fully functional. So is there any proof that any of this project that, because if project is achieved 100%, it's expected that that project should be functional 100% or efficiently. Then when you have 80 something percent, achieved, then there should be also a level of functionality.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Honourable. All the ICT services we provide currently to over 313 MDAs are actually on the native infrastructure. So one of the things we are able to do when we came on the national ICT infrastructure backbone. So currently,
which is captured by this.
Yes, which is part of.
Which is what this investment.
Yes, yes, sir.
All right.
Yes. So we provide ICT services to about 313 MPs.
But answer the question directly is asking you whether you are affirming that the first one that was completed 100% when it came on board is actually 100% functional.
100% functional. I would say, based on what we met, I think the thing we need to understand is one of the issues we have with, because the project was about laying fiber, and the biggest issue I tell people about laying fiber is that the lifespan of fiber ideally should be about 15 to 20 years. But in our case in Nigeria, it takes between less than 10 years to 12 years because we have constant road construction that destroys the fiber. So in essence, when we came in 2024, the lifespan of the fiber that was laid with over $100 million was actually exhausted. Because if you look at 2013 to 2023,
exhausted means they were no longer useful.
They were actually depreciated by standards.
The $100 million investment, which in by global standards should take like 15 years, had been depreciated within 5 years in Nigeria.
No, 10 years, sir. Not 5 years.
10 years.
So they were useful, but we had to do a lot of relocation and reconstruction when we came in.
All right, did you answer the second question he asked about how much fund was expended within your own 2-year tenure on the project to move it to the 90-something% that you said you moved it to? Maybe I missed out. Did you answer that question?
No.
Okay, can you please provide the answer?
So that would be less than 50 million USD, sir. Because if you take 50% of
right, but the information we have is not, that you are on oath.
Yes, sir.
And we want to be very sure whatever you are saying.
Let me, I can do the maths. Was actually part of the submission, but I can check the. So from the record side, it's 56,624,594 USD million and then 88 cents.
What number? Sorry, can you come back?
56,624,594.88 in USD in 2 years.
Are you an engineer?
Yes, I am. Computer engineer.
Okay. Based on the analysis you just presented, as a patriotic Nigerian, will you advise federal government to continue on this kind of project and borrowing this huge amount and spend on something that's not going to be useful to Nigerians and Nigeria? Because according to your explanation, the first phase of the project was just like a waste of money because we have not benefited because of, you said, constant construction of roads. So what are you doing as management to ensure that what has happened in the first phase of the project does not apply in the second phase of the project? Because as far as I'm concerned, I've seen no need for us to continue based on your remark. It's a waste of money, it's a waste of resources, and I don't think your agency is advising Nigeria in the right direction if that huge amount of money will be spent and we have no benefit whatsoever. So what will be your advice?
Thank you, Honourable. I want to say that I never said it was a waste of funds.
No, you are not the one that said what I think, but the projection is the waste of money.
No, sir, because during the 10-year period, services, ICT services were provided to ministries, departments, and agencies using that same infrastructure. And that's actually what we are still running on as extended to phase 2. So all I said was that, unlike in other parts of the world where that fiber would last 20 years, in Nigeria, because we are still developing and there is constant road construction, it takes about half of the lifespan that you normally use. So I didn't say it wasn't useful. It was actually used in the 10-year period to provide services to ministries, departments, and agencies.
You know, why I'm saying what I'm saying is because now your management has spent 2 years and you have achieved only 14%. So by implication, in 6, 7 years or 8 years, you achieve 80% or thereabout. So by so doing, is it not the West?
They are put on
The project is being rounded up, sir. It's 97.5%.
Is it functional?
Yes, it is functional, sir.
Where?
Everywhere, sir. Everywhere in there.
Yeah, but you said you are not
states.
sure of your 100% functionality. You said it's functional, but you cannot give us a...
But it's 100% for the work that we completed is 100% functional.
So then I wanted to
Can you take us for oversight to see
we may need
how
to do a proper audit.
Yes.
To discover the value for money for this investment of about 428 million, 70 million naira spent dollars. So please take note of these assertions. Yes, Honourable myself.
Okay. Now, I want to find out the contract sum for phase 1 was 170 million. Am I right?
117.
78.
No, 117.
117. Am I right?
117, sir. Yes.
117.
Yes.
What is the contract price?
Sorry, I didn't get that, sir.
The contract price.
The contract value was
It
117.
Check the record, sir.
I have a question.
Check the record. The contract price of phase 1 of project was 178 million, which was awarded on 30th November 2026. But the funds available, Nexim Bank loan is 100 million. The counterpart funding was 17. Fund available is now 117. Am I right? But the contract price is 178.
Yes.
What is the difference?
Thank you, Honourable, sir. The original contract was 178, but that was renegotiated, and that was why we had it moved from 178 to 117, which was the final contract value that was signed. For the 117, 100 was provided by Chinese Exim Bank, while the 17 million USD was provided by the Nigerian government through the Ministry of Finance as well as PTDF.
Is there any evidence to show that this contract was 170, not 178? You have a relevant document. You have it. An agreement to run. If there is, provide it to the secretariat.
We have it, sir, and I think it was provided to the secretariat.
What page? No, that's the page. They can always project it. What page is it?
You have to go to phase 1. But this is phase 2. This is phase 2. Come on.
Phase 1.
Go and show them phase 1.
If you have it,
That's the first one. I think contract 51. The first one. So if you go to page 2, yeah, stay here. That's commercial contract under that. Yes. So that's the evidence, sir.
how much is it?
117,647,059.
117. But in But we have from your document here is 176.
Yeah.
What do you submit?
Yeah. So that was in 2006, and that's what the MD was trying to explain. So in the earlier stages of the engagement, the proposal was for 178, but the contract that was consummated was for 117.
And you have
for which
there's a variance of 61 million US dollars.
No. I'm saying that what was consummated, which is the valid contract.
I'm talking from the document you submitted.
No, just and let them project the document that is submitted. Are you sure this one was not an analysis?
Yes. So, excuse me, sir. I think that there was an error.
From which side?
From our side.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. The error is that.
Okay. Chairman, there is an error of 61 million US dollars. Therefore, Chairman, the error is a need to be investigated by the committee. Let me, I'm not finished. My chairman, sir, you see, after the payment of the contract out, can you provide us with evidence of the relevant taxes, solely tax, the VAT, and the stamp duty? Okay. Any evidence to that, sir? Do you have evidence to that? If you are they applicable in transactions like this?
Permit me to call on the head of finance to react on that, sir. But I wanted to clarify that if you look at the summary we submitted, just quickly, sir, the date was, the contract negotiation started in November 2006, and they started with a value of 178.
You have admitted to an error.
Now, I wanted to explain the basis for putting it there, sir. Because if you, yes, as of 2006, sir.
Go ahead. Answer that last question and then let's go to yes.
The Galaxy was not making payments. What Galaxy was doing was to confirm the completion of the documents, and then those completion documents are sent to the Ministry of Finance. It is the ministry that does
You don't have any evidence or record that appropriate taxes were paid by the Huawei or whichever company is a receipt of the funds? That's the question.
No.
All right. We also want to find out the applicability of the payment of those taxes in transactions of this nature. Honourable Commissioner.
Yes, Mr. Chairman. My name is I represent Misappropriation Federal Constituency, and I'm from Lagos State, the center of excellence. I wanted to ask, maybe if we have the statement of account or loan statement of federal government from China Export-Import Bank, confirming the date of disbursement of the loan, amount disbursed, and all that. And the pattern of withdrawal reflecting payments to contractors. So maybe it will help us. Do we have that? And the Ministry of Finance also needs to be invited for this, I think so. So can we have that? The statement of account.
Thank you, Honourable. Galactic Backbone does not have access to that. That's between the Ministry of Finance and
Okay, but how do you manage a project without having financial documents? I don't get it. Maybe it looks so awkward that you are managing a project of $500 million, and all you are constrained to, or you are restricted to, is just to confirm whether the kind of milestones achieved. When this money is taken, you sign part of the contract, didn't you? Is there any point in the contract where Galaxy Backbone signed Of course, there is.
Yeah, so there's a commercial contract.
Yes, so we are saying, how comfortable are you that you are managing a project of this magnitude without having the financial record? You doesn't have the record of payment of taxes and other relevant rates. You don't have the financial documents on when the money came in, how much was paid at what time, and so on and so forth.
If you permit me to explain, sir, what the Galaxy signs off is the completion of the project that actually commensurates with what they should be paid. But the payments between Chinese Exim Bank and Huawei is done in Chinese yuan. So the USD is actually converted to yuan and paid to Chinese Exim Bank outside the country. It's not paid in country, as far as I know.
All right, thank you very much, Chairman. My name is Boyke Seka, representing Oriental. I was just looking at some of the documents we have around here, and I'm wondering, there is a provision in the budget of 2022 of 81 billion naira by the Ministry of Communication for National Information Communication Technology Infrastructure Pathway, the same projects that this is covered. Isn't this communication? Are you aware of this particular provision in terms of the budget of 81 billion naira for this amount, out of which so much was withdrawn? And it's the same description of this one that we're talking about. Isn't this a duplication of this project?
Honourable, sir, I'm not aware of that, sir. I wasn't in office and I don't have that information before me, sir.
I think we need to look at that. We need to look at that. Because it is still the same government. It is still the same government that we're talking about.
Maybe the permanent secretary can shed light on that. Permanent secretary, first, the land item is in your budget for 2012.
The Honourable Chairman, sir, and other members of this committee.
There was additional 400 million.
Only 1 year. There was additional 400 million. And the same lane of fiber optic cables.
So, like I said earlier, sir, there was a moratorium of 10 years from 2013. So what I'm aware was that from 2024, the Ministry of Budget and Finance made provision for the repayment of that loan, as agreed with Chinese Exim Bank.
In the budget?
In the budget.
Are you affirming that this inclusion in the budget was for the repayment of those of the loan? Is that an affirmation?
That's for 2024. I'm aware there was.
2022 and 2025, they are 2 years.
I can affirm for 2024, sir. That was what I checked. 2024, 25.
How much?
I'll have to check because I knew I was following up on the budget then.
You need to be, we don't like, we owe you a duty of care.
Yes, sir.
And there's an implication for saying anything that's not true when you are not told information before the Public Account Committee. I will not want you to be the person that will now start 2026 where you don't want to be. You understand? So please, if you don't have your fact about the matter, just say you don't have your fact. And if you want to request for time to process time, but making an assertion that we eventually discover to be false will be taken up seriously by the committee.
I take my statement back.
I'm just guiding you.
We'll cross-check and get back, sir.
Because ultimately the payment for the project, it's not the same thing as the repayment of the loan that was done 10 years ago. So I think we should take that.
have a broad prosperity. Chairman, I see a huge contradiction in the submissions by the Dallas Department that claim that the bid process of payment total sum of $299.6 million. But the payment schedule shows the total drawdown of $328.1 million. I just want the Dallas Department to do more clarification as to why such disparity. Thank you.
Yeah, so there's a total contract sum, which is the second figure that you mentioned. But the report is saying that we've done milestone implementations and done a drawdown up to the tune of the 299 million, which accounts for the difference in completion of the project.
It's like we've not got to do. The drawdown schedule shows $328.1 million. The one you process for payment shows less, 299.6. You get me? So I need to know because they are submission.
That is not true. As an agent producer, we have their submissions. The pages are not numbered, but unfortunately, if you look at your schedules here, you have the copy of the schedules. With the financial. Hello, sir.
I'm checking for it, sir.
You are checking for it? Okay, check so that we'll be on the same page. Financial position.
So, Galaxy. Yes, sir. The implication here is that you process a payment that is lower than what was actually drawn down. Now, you approve for payment. The what was drawn down was more than what you approved.
I'm just trying to cross-check the document so I can be sure. But I'm looking for the document itself, which is
so in addition, we find a lot of drawdown from the service-wide votes by your agency. At the last count is more than hundreds of billions of service-wide votes. And that raises some concern as to what exactly this massive payment from the service-wide votes, were meant for 20 years. Did you get that? Please.
Honourable Chair, sir, there are two drawdown schedules. One is the planned drawdown. That planned drawdown accommodates the 100% of the amount.
Which page is that?
The 328 is the planned drawdown, which is the
Which question are you answering to? The one I asked? Or
no, the one Honourable asked.
Okay.
Still on.
Which table are you referring to?
So page 31, this one.
Accountant.
General, do you see Chris on the
Auditor General, how long did you edit the Galaxy backbone and you submitted the report? Whether you audited or you got the report of the audited account from the auditor recommended?
Sir, their report will come up in 2023, 2024. As we get the timeline, sir. That's why we don't want to say anything there. So whatsoever they are discussing there, by the time we submit that of 2023, all these things will be reflected in the final document.
You also have your records. You are also on record. I don't want to say more than that.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Accountant, from the submissions you made, financial position, contract volume 328, 108, 730. Total drawdown processed from your records 299, 664, 596.16%. You have from your estimated projection cash flow disbursement. Is it not actual with what was the drawdown and the submission you made? You go to the last column. You will see that 328, 108, 731. That is the 7th year, 13th payment. Am I right? How many from records?
What page are you, sir?
Your record. Did you venerate them?
You need to say which annexure.
There are several annexures.
Okay.
The first page, sir.
I say a page before proof of delivery.
Sorry, sir.
Okay.
Annex what?
What was it?
This one annex what? Annex. Okay.
Permanent secretary, did you know the generic?
Yeah, I know.
This is what I'm
But there are annex.
No, you have to look at the front page.
Yeah.
She's not to give us
certificate for the job done before the money was paid. When you look at the agreement, it was stated that before any money is paid, there must be interim report certificate of the job completion. You know of that one?
My colleague will respond to that.
Honourable sir, so every
Every payment. Honourable sir, every payment is accompanied by a confirmation, a certificate, and in that certificate there's a report that shows the work that has been done. For instance, if we have done 100 kilometers of fiber in that period, it will have a compilation of those kilometers of fiber. If there are also equipment that we are supplied, it will also have those things, and that's what goes into the reconciliation to say 5% of the work is done and value delivered.
No, I agree with you. What you are saying, we don't have that kind of report to consider.
No, they are. Yeah.
Where is it?
They are there, sir.
The financial are taking the full payment.
Yes, sir. You are submitted.
Yes, sir. They should do that one and do what financial certificate. This one.
The evaluation certificate of the project that they monitor.
Yes. Before the payment of the 100 million.
Sorry, Honourable.
Yes.
I'm not even sure the 100 million was like a simple payment.
Yes. Yeah. So if you check now, this serial number 4 for the payment.
So we're talking about valuation certificates. You know.
That's what it is.
That's what they use to raise the balance.
That's what it is, sir.
Okay. So acceptance certificate.
This was for phase 1, this is phase 2 or phase 1?
Phase 1.
Phase 1.
This is to certify that now let's do one other matter. You told us you don't have any part playing in the payment. But this is your document. This is like, this is not a voucher actually. This is just like a certificate.
Yes. That work has been done.
Okay, that you pass on.
So that's project managers.
That you pass on to the Federal Ministry of Finance?
Yes, sir.
Okay, like Honourable Obara said, we need to invite the Federal Ministry of Finance also to be able to resolve some of these multi issues here. Okay, but does that satisfy your question, sir?
No. Are you okay with that?
Yes. You can slow down. You can slow down.
Honourable, you are the one that should be satisfied, not me.
No, I'm not satisfied.
Okay, if you are not satisfied, then tell us what is wrong with it or what you think they should have submitted.
What they have submitted is the preliminary report. This is not it.
So, yeah, so there are different, if you check, sir, on the different implementations of the project, for instance, if it's a delivery of equipment, you will have the summary that shows this with the attachment of report of all the equipment delivered and their identities. So this report, for instance, if you go to, let's pull up like a PAC for Victip 2 that shows equipment, you will see that the report varies based on the nature of work that is done and and the evidences provided.
Chairman, I think for now.
Chairman, all right, Chairman. Maybe we just take one or two and then we just let's take okay, then we come to your action.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My name is Honourable Sir. I speak for represent the entire number of the West of this part of our constituency. I am an man from the States. I came by original. Please, can you take me to the documentary evidence of the FEP and PPP approval of the phase 2 project? The documentary evidence, FEP, PPP, and then the procurement record and award letter of the phase 2 project. Okay, phase 1 project.
Phase 1 or phase 2, sir?
Both of them.
I'll refer you to Annexure 6, Annexure 5 and 6. Annexure 5 and 6. Five and 6. So that's Annexure 5 and Annexure 6. So Annexure 5 speaks to the FEC and the Ministerial Tender Board approvals, while Annexure 6 refers to the BBD Certificate of No Objections.
That's phase 2. Phase 1.
This for phase 2.
This for phase 2.
It's talking about phase 1 or phase 1.
Those are
So sir, like I said, phase 1 was between the federal government and directly with the Chinese Exim Bank. So we're actually more involved in phase 2 than phase 1. The documents for phase 1 are actually situated with the Ministry of Finance. I didn't meet any, sir.
Was that the approval of them?
For phase 2, not the phase 1. They don't have for phase 1.
The one for phase 1 still available.
what we know is that phase 1 actually predated the BPP, for instance, and those other processes. So we are not sure that they went through those processes. But by the time we were involved,
you are not sure they have gone through those processes?
No, we are not sure they were those processes affected them.
Let's listen. You are not sure that
so that we don't have those documents, but we are sure about the phase 2 because there was an inception and we followed through.
When you there on the implementation of the phase 1, you as a person?
Implementation, yes, but not the conception.
You weren't there when it was conceived?
No, sir.
When the agreement was signed. But it doesn't even matter whether you were there or not. The government office, so the records have to be there. Especially for something as big as this project.
We'll find out and revert on that, sir.
You have a lot of things to find out. We are going to Honourable Quality 307 because of our political fasting. We just have to adjourn. Okay, quickly take it.
Chairman. I have to report. Chairman, checking with their records. Come back to me that they have to back to me.
So we also know that we can even take them tomorrow morning. We have to just adjourn and continue maybe at 10 a.m. tomorrow. Can you define your question? Let's continue tomorrow at 10. Since there's no plenary tomorrow. So tomorrow 10 o'clock. Yes. Everybody can we let me quickly make an announcement. I want to post something on our platform now, and I don't want to go distracted. For those who are not here and people that will see, just a bit of information.
Chairman, sir. This morning, the post sometimes to find out.
So tomorrow is enough time. It's not just that one. I mean, you want it to be 11 a.m. 11 is okay. Let's give them 11. So between the 8 when you resume at work, up to the 11, you will have done a lot of findings and reconciliation of documents. Honourable Quality motion for adjournment tomorrow 11 a.m. Okay? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sorry, I hope there's no other agency in the house that has not been treated today. No. All right.
Today, Rotary General, I represent the Northwest Federal Constituency comprises of Oriental local government. Mr. Chairman, I hereby short and adjourn this meeting to 10 a.m. tomorrow.
Any seconder? Madam, yes, second, madam. So that we do the other
Yes, thank you very much, my chairman. I still remain Honourable Princess.
I hope you are still mobilizing on your bill.
Yes, sir.
Because what some members are saying.
Our bill is going to fly. So I am Honourable Princess Children representing Orumba North and Orumba South Federal Constituency of Anambra State. I do hereby bring this second conclusion of the adjournment of this meeting tomorrow 11 o'clock, same venue. I so second.
So please, I want to make a passionate plea that we all support our tender inclusion fees whenever it comes up. Please, I urge all members of the public and private committee to let their voice support. From the my great friend of Katina, the tender bill. That's good.